The Vancouver Canucks and the Dallas Stars.
It only feels like they raised the roof at GM Place in Vancouver after a very entertaining first period. 1-1, Dallas and Vancouver game one, and I would think, Harry Neal, that the dressing room speak in both rooms might have been, boys, now that the nervousness is gone, let's settle down, play our game, and not take any more penalties.
That's for sure. 8-6 were the chances in favor of Vancouver.
There's a chance for Naslund right off the hop here, and his shot went off of Trevor Daley's skate and into the corner. Brendan Morrison for Vancouver couldn't get a hold of the puck, and out comes Ladislav Nagy with Jari Lehtinen. Trevor Daley jumping up to join them. Nagy can't get the shot away as Matthias Olin stayed right with him, then drives him into the boards. Morrison checked by Mike Modano, the center on this Dallas forward line. Olin's rubbed out by Nagy, who takes the puck out to Philippe Boucher, but the pass was tipped and he has to turn and chase it. And Naslund's after Trevor Daley. 5-on-5 to start the period. Over 12 minutes of power play time in the first period. And let's join Scott Oak.
All right, Jim had a quick word with Dallas assistant coach Mark Lamb during the intermission, and as you might imagine, the between periods address to the Dallas Stars was all about the absolute necessity to stay out of the penalty box in the second and third periods. Ironically, part of the pregame address was a caution to play with controlled energy. The players were told to expect the referees to call everything. So now we'll see in the next two periods if the game can settle down on both sides.
I bet it will, Scott. I just don't think there's such a thing as controlled energy in the first period of the first playoff game of the year. Everybody's so excited. Turco out to play the puck to Daryl Sador. Neat little pass to Jeff Halpern out to center. A return pass from Sergei Zubov. Halpern takes the shot. Luongo the save. The rebound loose at the side of the net. And the puck is cleared up the boards to center. Smolinski can't track it down. Matthias Norstrom. Dallas captain Brendan Morrow is on the ice. Wants the pass up the middle. Norstrom lugs the puck to center and then just shoots it in. Ribeiro, Louis Eriksson, and Morrow, the forward lines, and Dallas is offside.
Well, here's how the goaltender and the defenseman for Dallas spring them for a good chance to score. The goalie handles the puck. Watch the little pass for Sador, and gone. Halpern. He ends up getting a pretty hard shot here and a nice stop by Luongo.
That's a pretty good combination. Turco, Sador, Zubov. Between the three of them, they can make some pretty good passes up the ice. Willie Mitchell trying to dump the puck in, had it deflected onto the Vancouver bench.
Morrow had 3 shots on goal. He led Dallas, and Daniel Sedin had 4 to lead Vancouver in the first period.
Willie Mitchell from Port McNeill on Vancouver Island, playing for his home province team. Finished the season with Dallas last year in their 5-and-out playoff against Colorado. Daryl Sador's cross-ice pass, and another tip over the boards and out of play.
Vancouver is the 4th NHL team for Mr. Mitchell, but here's a little shot of him when he was wearing the Dallas uniform. He's been a nice addition, has he not, to this team, though, to give him a little depth and little power back there on the blue line?
Harry, when a player plays in the Minnesota system, I don't think any individual shines, but when you see him out of that system with another team on a day-to-day basis, you realize what a good player Willie Mitchell is.
He's not a chance taker, and Jacques Lemaire, all his players are like that. If they aren't when they get there, they are when they're finished.
Yeah. In Minnesota, they knew they couldn't sign him, so they traded him at the deadline to Dallas, and he waited till the offseason and signed as a free agent in Vancouver. Joel Lundqvist slammed to the boards by Alex Burrows of Vancouver. Rory Fitzpatrick, Lundqvist bearing down on him, and he saw the lights of the train coming. Kessler couldn't get the puck. Lundqvist on his backhand decides not to shoot it. Robidas does. The save's made by Roberto Luongo, and he hangs on. And perhaps that's a little of the rust on Ryan Kessler, who's been out for 32 games, showing.
Well, here it is. Vancouver looked like they were going to dance out of their own end, and if you thought Luongo was not going to be able to play well in the playoffs, this is his first one, you're wrong. And if you thought Turco was going to play as badly as he has in the past in the playoffs, you're wrong. They both been sharp.
Henrik Sedin and Mike Ribeiro on the draw, and Vancouver has to get some help to win it. Dallas changes on the fly right off the faceoff. They want a different matchup with the Sedins on the ice. A shoot in by Henrik to Daniel Sedin. Sharp angle. He tried to bank one in and catch Turco by surprise. Nothing doing.
Well, the Sedins, especially Daniel, who scored the only goal for Vancouver, he had 4 shots on goal in the first period. And on a shoot-in that didn't look like was going to be a problem, ends up being one. And Sedin, I think, was hoping the goaltender Turco would take his foot off the post and he'd bank it in off his skate blade.
Marty wasn't napping. You know, everybody's tried to get him to take the bait to talk about his playoff demons, and he said, I know you want a great quote, but right now my actions are going to speak 10 times louder than any words.
4 straight years of 30 or more wins.
Kevin Bieksa on goal, and Turco calmly steered that one in behind the goal. Trevor Linden with Boulis and Smolinski for Vancouver, but the puck comes out to center. Jussi Jokinen trying to get the puck from Jere Lehtinen, and Jokinen's offside. And so the play is stopped.
Well, let's have a look at Turco's action in the first period. He had a strong period, as did Luongo, and here's a summary of the work Turco came up with. And I think you can see that he looks like he's well under control. He had to stop a couple of tip-ins and a couple of screenshots. And only one got by him.
3 or 4 very good tips by the Sedins and Taylor Pyatt. And those were probably the toughest of the Turco saves.
And you can see by that graphic he hasn't had much luck in first games of playoff series.
Sami Salo lost control of the puck. Mattias Holden, his partner, takes over. Chopped at by Jussi Jokinen on this finish line with Antti Miettinen and Nicholas Hagman against Morrison, Naslund, and Cook for Vancouver. And this is a little more settled and calculated so far in the second period. Here's Matt Cook, takes a wrist shot. Turco makes the save. Cook is on the rebound in the corner, but he had his stick lifted. Miettinen got the puck out to Jussi Jokinen. Hagman's ahead of him. The shoot in. Hagman's trying to drive in and forecheck, and he gets to the puck before Salo. Jokinen barges in. Hagman trying to get to the net. Knocked away. There's a shot just wide by Miettinen as the puck came to him. And Sami Salo with a broken stick realizes it, drops the stick, picked the puck out, then got hit and knocked down right at the bench. And now he'll get safely to the right bench. Marcus Naslund, long pass up the middle, right to Brendan Morrison. Off the bench comes Daniel Sedin, looking for Naslund, moving up. He hooks the puck back into Brendan Morrison. To the blue line, here's Willie Mitchell for Vancouver. Just lobs a wrist shot in behind the net. Trevor Daley's there, Daniel Sedin on him. Stu Barnes. To Daly with Matthias Norstrom. Safely up the boards to Barnes. His pass hit Joel Lundqvist in the skate. Halpern takes over and dumps the puck in for Dallas. Bieksa's back. Lundqvist right on it. Got the puck. Jarred it loose in his centering pass. And Halpern couldn't get it. Kevin Bieksa. Had a couple of penalties. Had a target on his back and one on his foot. Daryl Sador. Advanced the puck, but Vancouver gets it. Mitchell's pass is tipped and out of play.
Well, Matt Cook, who in his last 13 games of the season had 11 points, has been a burr under the saddle of the Dallas Stars tonight. He's played an aggressive game without spending a lot of time in the penalty box, and that's not easy, as we're finding out in all the first games of these series.
Picked the right time of the year to start playing his best hockey. Next to the Sedin twins, Matt Cook and Brendan Morrison have been Vancouver's best forwards over the last month of the season. Willie Mitchell from Kevin Bieksa. Ryan Kessler, Jeff Cowan, and Alex Burrows, the forwards, in on the forecheck. Kessler got in and knocked down Robida. Got the puck to Jeff Cowan. Burrows is in front. Cowan keeps the puck in. It hit the referee's skate. And Mike Ribeiro takes over. He's got Brendan Morrill and Louis Eriksson with him. Eriksson takes a pass across the ice for Robida. Bouncing puck that he just moves ahead. And Mike Ribeiro dumps the puck in. Mitchell's the first man back. Up the boards, tipped out to center by Jeff Cowan of Vancouver. Matthias Norstrom. In the midst of a change here. Morrill will tip the puck in. Eriksson rushes onto the puck. Can't shoot it. A bouncing puck. He couldn't get control of it. In for Ribeiro. Mitchell knocks the puck away from him. Philippe Boucher down the boards. Keeps the puck in. Bill McCreary slipped and fell trying to get out of the way. Daly can't center against Kevin Bieksa. Side of the net, Luongo poked the puck loose, and Brian Smolinski starts out. Jan Bulis with him, takes the pass, fires the shot, deflected by Boucher off the glass. Back out to center. Vancouver's caught on a change. Here comes Ribeiro late in his shift. And he just advanced the puck along the boards. Brendan Morrow, tail end of his shift here, keeps the puck along the boards against Salo. Linden out to center. Bulis, one man back. It's Daly. Jan Bulis. There's a penalty coming up against Dallas. Brian Smolinski. Goaltender's coming out for the extra attacker. Daly will get a hold of the puck, and the penalty will be called a slashing call, and Vancouver will go to the power play for the 5th time in the game in a 1-1 tie on Hockey Night in Canada in high definition.
Back at GM Place, Mike Ribeiro in the box, 2 for slashing. The Canucks ready for the power play. Here is the ball cap of choice for the Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup playoffs, emblazoned with the expression "get her done." Get her done is the catchphrase of Larry the Cable Guy. Darryl Sador says many of he and his teammates are fans of that program, so that's why they've chosen this expression. So I was just thinking, there have been great world leaders like Nelson Mandela and Winston Churchill, and here are the Stars marching boldly into the playoffs to the battle cry of Larry the Cable Guy. Jim.
Get her done. That's what Vancouver's saying on the power play right now. Dave Tippett won't like that penalty to Ribeiro. That was a shift that was way too long, and he was chasing because he was tired. Marcus Naslund on the power play to Brendan Morrison. Pyatt's in front. Back to Marcus Naslund. To the blue line, Lucas Krajicek. Olin, one-timer, scores!
Well, the Canucks moved the puck very nicely to get it finally to Olin. I don't think anybody touched it on the way in.
They got her done.
It was some good work. Throwing the puck around, making the penalty killers move. And on the one-timer that just seems to take off, I don't think Pyatt touched it, but it was a rising shot, and you can see that the goaltender, Turco, never even saw it.
Pyatt might have deflected
He might
it,
have.
but it was a hard shot by Olin. If it's his goal, it's the 50th goal since the start of the season by Vancouver's defenseman. Either way, it's a 2-1 Vancouver lead as they get their first power play goal in their 5th attempt. There's a giveaway, and Miettinen keeps the puck into the shot on goal. Olin from Krajicek and Naslund at 6:26, the scoring play. Bulis races after the puck. Turco meets him, runs into him. There'll be a penalty here. And as Olin touches the puck, a tripping call, and maybe both sides. I'm not sure what the indication is. I think Turco's getting a penalty for tripping, but Bill McCreary looked like he might be signaling penalties to both teams.
There has to be a guy on the ice. And maybe that's what one of the signals was, but there is the penalty. As Turco came out of the net and threw a bit of a body check.
It'll be just the one penalty. I think you're right, Harry. His signal was it's one of these guys that was out here.
Yeah, that has to serve it for the goaltender. Turco knocked the puck away. He really didn't have to run into the Vancouver forward on the play, but decided to, and
Ladislav Nagy will serve the penalty. Vancouver on a second consecutive power play. It's 6th of the game. Henrik Sedin wins the draw. Sammy Salo has the puck. Brian Smolinski. Daniel Sedin in the slot. Smolinski looks towards the net. Back to Salo. He takes the shot just wide of the net. Didn't take the 100-mile-an-hour slapper. He just wanted to get it through. Here's Brian Smolinski again. Cross ice. Henrik Sedin for Daniel. Tipped right on by Trevor Daly. And Turco kept the puck out.